What's going on, everybody, and welcome to the Smarter Goal resource. If you don't have the resource, it's in the description below. First of all, why do we need to set smarter goals? Let me put it like this. Many of us are familiar with bowling, right? In bowling, the goal is to knock down all the 10 pins that are set in front of you. My approach is just to aim at that middle pin, get the heaviest ball that I can manage, and get it down the lane as fast as possible, hit that middle pin, boom, strike. That's my approach, and I'm all right. I'm a pretty okay bowler. Imagine how hard that would be, though, if I was blindfolded or if I couldn't see the pins. Imagine how hard it is to hit a goal that you can't see. But wait, imagine this. Imagine how hard it is if those pins weren't even there. Because it's hard enough to hit a goal that you can't see, but it's impossible to hit a goal that you don't have. So the reason why setting smarter goals is so important is because you've got to set goals to know what it is that you want to get out of life. What is it that you want? What is it that you dream about? What are your true desires? Because not setting goals and not having goals and not being able to see your goals is like rolling down the lane of life and never scoring. And that's not what we want, because you're meant to win. You're a winner. And that starts with setting smarter goals, because smarter goals are clear and it's gonna help drive you to what it is that you want to achieve. So let me break down smarter goals for you. Smarter goals is a 7-word acronym that helps you to design the perfect process to achieving your goals. The S stands for specific. The first thing that you want to do is be really specific when you set a goal. What is it that you really want? The more specific that you get, the more concrete that idea becomes, and the more you're willing to work for it. The M stands for measurable. How are you going to measure whether or not you've actually achieved this goal? What numbers are you going to use so that when you look back on it, you can say, I did it? The A stands for achievable. How do you know that this is an achievable goal? And this isn't necessarily the time for, well, I can do anything I set my mind to. I believe it. I believe that you can do anything you set your mind to. But in this step, I want you to prove to me how you know that this goal is achievable. How do you know that you can actually reach it? I need you to stretch yourself to the limit, but I also need you to make sure that that is an achievable and realistic goal. So prove to me that you can do this. What data do you have, or what past experiences do you have that says, I know I can do this? The first R stands for relevant. How is this goal relevant to your overall dreams that you have for yourself? How does achieving this one goal get you one step closer to the dreams that you have in your heart? The T stands for timely. When do you want to achieve this goal by? Because by putting a timeline on it, what it does is it adds some urgency that helps you drive even more aggressively to get to that finish line. The E stands for evaluate. How are you going to evaluate this process along the way? Because you don't want to get to the end of the time period and look back and say, oh man, I didn't make it. You don't want that. How are you going to evaluate your process along the way so that you can make the necessary adjustments to achieve that goal? The second R is definitely my favorite in this whole entire process, and that stands for reward. How are you going to reward yourself after you achieve this goal? Now, achieving the goal is rewarding, absolutely. But let's take it one step further. What are you going to do for yourself to say, good job, self? You did a great job. All right, so now you're going to dive into the resource and you're going to create your own smarter goals. But listen, take this seriously, because this is where it begins. This is where you go from average to excellent. I need you to set a clear goal and stop at nothing until you achieve it. I'm not saying it's going to be easy. I'm saying it's necessary. You owe it to yourself to live a life that you choose and not a life that you're forced to settle for. And it starts now. It starts with having a dream. It starts with having a vision. And it starts with setting this goal that's going to get you one step closer to achieving your overall dream. You can do it. So here's what you do. Take this seriously. Approach this goal aggressively. And sit back and be amazed at what you can do. Because soon you'll realize how capable you truly are. Because excellence is not the exception, it's our expectation. I'll see you next time.